Hey guys. Hey. Anyway, welcome back. Welcome back. Today we're going to talk about eyeliner and wing liner. I get that question a lot, so I figured I would show you some tips and tricks on how to do wing liner. So we've got some different ones here. As you can see, I prefer the felt tip liners. I just find them a lot more manageable for me, but I know people that hate felt tip and love the liquid. So let's go through them. So this one is a liquid liner. This is from Essence Cosmetics. It's not huge, but there's a ton of product in here. So this is the liquid one, okay? And this one, I believe I got this at my local drugstore. I'm pretty sure it was on sale for $1, okay? We know this. I've said it a lot. Makeup doesn't have to break the bank. You can get a ton of incredible products at the drugstore, which is where I would say at least 80% of my products come from, okay? Your girl loves makeup, but I also like to save money. Let's be real. So when using liquid liner, I like to take off as much of the product as I can. So it's not a ton, because once you mess up, that is going to spread and you're going to be wiping it off. So the thing with liquid liner, I rest my hand on my desk because I find it's a lot easier and it steadies my hand. But liquid liner, we're just going to do a tiny wing right now. So in order to do a wing, you're just going to go from the corner of your eye right where your lashes end, okay? You're going to bring it up just a little bit. And then when you come up to the top, you're going to connect it here and you're going to drag it across. Like so, okay? And then what you're going to do is you're going to fill it in. What I do is I actually start from the corner of my eye and then bring it down and then fill it in. I don't know why. Like, we already know there's not much rhyme or reason to how I do makeup. I just kind of figure it out and I just do it. So what we're gonna do, and I hope that you can see this, is we're going to just add a little bit. Now when I do a wing, unless it's gonna be a big, bold, crazy wing, I don't do a very thick line on the top, okay? Get a little bit more product on the brush, and then we're gonna go like this. We're just gonna slowly fill it in and be very careful. Okay, and then boom, you've got a little wing, a little tiny wing. Now I find, like I said earlier, I find felt tip is just a little bit easier. I find there's not a whole lot of room for error when it comes to felt tip because you're not working with actual liquid, but again, that's just my preference. If you can find some of these cheap products, affordable products, you can figure out which one is going to work best for you, which is totally fine. So now I'm going to show you the felt tip. So this specific one is the felt tip NYX. It's the Epic Ink Liner, and I love it. Okay, I love it. It is small, and I'm going to show you a comparison size actually to, let's try this one. This is the one that I actually got from Il Makiage. So you can see this tip and you can see the size difference. I find the smaller is a lot easier when working with eyeliner. It's a lot easier. There's not much room for error for that. But this one is actually really good too. The very tip of it is quite thin, which makes it easy to use. So on this eye, we're gonna do the exact same thing that we did on this eye, but with felt tip, and I'm gonna show you how. So with felt tip, what I like to do is I like to almost lay the tip flat. You can literally press it in like that, okay? And I close my eye just a little bit because what I do, and I also make funky faces, so just ignore it or whatever. And then again, this is gonna be really awkward. I'm sorry. Just so we're clear, none of this will ever be edited out of a video. Like, you're just gonna be stuck with my weirdness for the rest of your life. It's just because I'm gonna get a little compact mirror because my mirror is in the wrong position. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do the same thing that we did on the previous eye. Start with a little line. Now my left eye is the one that blinks a ton when I touch it, but especially when I do eyeliner, of course. So if I feel like I'm about to blink, I just stop, because you know how many times I've blinked and this has just gone everywhere, and I just try and make it work in the end. And we're gonna connect these. Okay, so this one's a little bit thicker, but as you can see, kind of same thing. Okay, so this is like what I would call a basic wing. So what I'm going to show you is I'm going to wipe this off. We're going to come back and we're going to show you tips and tricks for hooded winged liner. And we're back. Okay, so hooded eyes can be pretty difficult to figure out how to do. Winged liner is probably one of the hardest to do on a hooded eye, but it is possible. So there are two different ways that you can do it. So number one is to actually start the wing from right below and slightly on top. So you get the effect of a wing liner, but you're actually starting from below instead of right at the corner here. So I'm going to show you how to do that. Let me just grab my mirror here. Okay, we're going to get set up. So you can start here, and I'll show you how to blend it all together and everything like that, so don't worry. So we're going to start underneath the eye. We're going to bring it out like so, okay? And then we're going to bring it in like this, and you're going to color it in. So when you have hooded eyes, I'm trying to like relax my eyes so that you can kind of see it. You can still see that liner, okay? Sorry, I couldn't talk there for a second. I was concentrating. But anyway, so this is one way to do it. You're going to start from the bottom. And another way to do it is if you wanted to still start from the corner. I want to make sure that you guys can see this, sorry. You can bring that liner out like so, okay? But when you bring it in, you don't need to bring it in all the way. So you see here how it doesn't connect. So what we're going to do is I'm going to finish the eye and show you. I find it very difficult to talk and concentrate on touching my eyes. But you see here, looks like a winged liner, but it's actually not connected to the rest of the wing, okay? And when you have hooded eyes, I'm trying to like scrunch my eyeballs, but like you can still see that wing on both sides, even though you haven't actually connected it. So when you have hooded eyes, one of two ways, you don't need to connect it. You're going to bring that wing out, but not finish it. Because then when you relax your eye, you can still see this whole wing looks perfect, but it's not connected. Okay? And that is going to help show the winged liner on a hooded eye. So now I'm going to show you how to do a big, bold wing. I love sometimes, I mean, if you guys have watched any of my videos or TikToks, you know that I love big, bold, colorful, in your face makeup. It's just my jam. I love it. Sometimes though, I like to kind of chill it out a little bit and do a wing and lashes, and I walk out the door. And it's one of my favorite looks. I call it the pinup look. I don't know why, I'm similar to pinup makeup, I guess, but that's just what I call it. So I'm going to show you how to do a big, bold, beautiful wing. All right, so big, bold, beautiful. We're gonna do on this side, and then we're gonna do a teeny tiny one on this side, because I know not everybody is in too crazy, big, bold, beautiful eyeliner, and that's okay. So I'm gonna show you big and not big. Let's go. So I'm gonna go in with, this one is the El Maquillage felt tip liner, and what I do for a big one, a big one. Sorry. What I do for a big one is I start at the corner of my eye and I bring it out and up like so. Okay. And then not right at the tip of the end, but slightly down further. So we're gonna get a little bit closer here. So instead of coming right here, we're gonna come about here, and this is where we're going to start to pull it across. This one is not being my friend today. Hold on. And we're gonna bring it down like that, okay? And we're gonna connect it like so. Now I like to make sure when I'm doing eyeliner that I'm getting it right on the lash line. You'll see that I already messed up. See that little, yeah, don't even worry about it. It's okay. Not all perfect. And then what you're gonna do is you're just gonna fill this in. Like so. That's a big one. Throw on some lashes, you're good to go. So now we're gonna do a tiny one. I'm actually not gonna use this eyeliner. I don't know what's happening with it, but I'm not a fan of it right now. So we're gonna go back in with the NYX and we're gonna do a teeny tiny little wing on the other side. So we're gonna just come out like this in a little triangle, like so. And it's a teeny tiny little wing. I mean, you can even go smaller than that. You can do no wing at all if you want, but teeny tiny, big, bold, glam. So let's just connect this here. I'm gonna blink again. Whew! Do you know how many times I've stabbed myself in the eye? Like a lot. I remember I was putting mascara on once and I sneezed. And not only did I hit the top of my eyelid, like literally bring the mascara right across my makeup look, but then I brought it down. So I had this big black streak all down my face and I had to wipe my makeup off and do it again. I was not happy that day. That's okay. Tiny, big. Tiny, big. You can do it so many different ways, you guys. The thing that I will say is practice makes progress. You are not gonna, maybe you are gonna nail it right away. But if you don't be discouraged. I didn't, you know, come out of the womb knowing everything about makeup. I just learned it. Horrible analogy. But anyway, just practice. You know, grab yourself a good eyeliner. And again, good doesn't necessarily mean expensive. And just keep going, okay? So we're gonna show you a couple other different ways to do liner if you don't want to use an actual liquid or felt tip liner. There are cream liners, like gel liners. Morphe has a gel liner, which is just a little tiny pot. Okay, you can use these ones, and I'm gonna show you how. If you don't want to use either, you can also use eyeshadow. Wow. You could also use eyeshadow. You're here for the weirdness. Let's be real. You're here for the weirdness first. Secondly, you're here for the makeup tips. Anyway, I'm gonna wipe this off. And we're gonna show you a couple different ways to do liner. All right, so we're gonna go in with a pencil, a gel liner. And I'm going to show you how you can achieve something pretty easy. You're going to start off with the line. You can color it in just a little bit. And don't worry if it's messy, because what we're going to do is we're just going to smoke it out a little bit. Just smoke it out. Smoke it out. I have a really thin, I actually don't know. I don't know the brand of this one, actually. I don't have my glasses on, so I'm kind of blind. I don't know how to say it. L-A-R-U-C. LaRouche. Just trying to make it sound way more fancy. Anyway, this is an LR138 small angle brush from LaRouche. Anyway, I'll find it. So what I do when I do kind of a creamy gel liner is we're just going to take that liner and we're going to slowly buff it out a little bit. This is a great way if you wanted to do kind of a softer look, which can be done, you know, in any color. This is kind of like a chocolatey brown color. And then you're just going to slowly bring the excess over your lash line like so. So that's a much softer wing, a softer way to do a wing, like that. Okay. The other eye, we're going to do a gel liner. There's lots of liners out there, guys, but do not be intimidated, okay? If you need to know kind of what the best one is, I would say, to me, a gel liner, I hate to say it, is probably one of my least favorites. The thing that I actually use gel liner the most for is I will pack a gel liner onto my lid and then put black eyeshadow on it for a really, really, really dark smoky eye. But I rarely will do eyeliner with a gel liner. But I'm going to show you how to do it anyway, in case this one's going to be your jam. So as you can see, this is a really thin brush. And what I do is when I put the product onto the brush, I kind of really push it in to make this brush as thin as possible. So when you apply it, it's hard to tell. One day I'm going to be like super amazing with, you know, filming and editing my videos. But until then, you get what you get and you don't get upset. So we're going to do kind of a tiny one. And we're just going to pop that right on there like a little stamp. Okay? And then we're going to very slowly, very carefully kind of create a wing. I will say that angle brushes are really easy to use. So if you'd rather, these would be a good starter one, because you kind of just use it as an actual stamp and you go bloop, there's your start, bloop, there's your end. And then you just kind of follow your line and you smoke it out. You can make it slightly bigger and smoke it out like that. Okay, there's various things. You can bring that kind of into the crease a little bit. You can do a nice smoky liner like so. And when you finish it with like some eyeshadow and stuff, it actually looks really cool. I do like the look of this one. But again, there's just so many different ways to use the different products. There's obviously a ton of products, but this one is pretty cool. I'm kind of a fan. So we've got a cream gel liner. We've got, this one is an actual like gel pot, an angled brush, and I mean, you're kind of good to go. Throw some lashes on. You got a little half smoky wing eye look. Like I'm digging it. I'm digging it. Also, I do want to apologize. When I film videos, I tend to look at myself and not into the camera. So we're all learning here today. and will continue to learn. Okay, so there you have it. There's multiple different kinds. We went in with a ton of different products. Okay, and you can also use eyeshadow. If you are like, hell to the no, I am not using an eyeliner, because you're nervous, you're afraid, you haven't used one before, that's totally fine. You can take an angled brush and go in with liner. It's gonna have kind of a similar effect to this one, where it's a lot softer, okay? A lot softer. A little bit more natural, a little bit more beginner friendly. So you can also go in with eyeshadow, which, you know what the heck, I'll show you quick. Be right back. All right, guys, so we're gonna go in with some eyeshadow. So I'm gonna use this angled brush. This is actually what I use for my eyebrows, but it is the e.l.f. Eyebrow Duo. You can see it has a little spoolie and an angled brush on the side. Eyeshadows also, if you don't want to jump into eyeliner right away, eyeshadow's a great way to do a smoky eye with an angled brush to kind of get you a feel for doing a winged liner. So all you're gonna do is you're gonna take this. I'm just using the Tarte Clay Play palette and this dark shade right here. And you're gonna put a little bit of the product on the brush, tap off the excess, and then you're gonna do exactly what I showed you in the other parts of the video in terms of just creating. You're gonna start with that line. Okay, that's a major thing. And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna connect it and bring it down. This is definitely a lot softer, kind of a bit of a blurred, softer effect to an eyeliner, but this is a great way to kind of get the feel for it too. So if you wanted to start with eyeshadow before jumping in to any type of liquid or felt tip liner or gel liner, that's also great. So as you can see, look at it. And if you want to just add a little pizzazz, just bring that down a little bit to the outer corner of your eye. And you've got a little smoky eye. I know I'm weird, but that's okay. That's okay. I also filmed quite a bit of this video and it didn't work, I guess. I don't know, something's going on with my phone storage. I don't know what's happening, but my hair is crazy. I'm having issues with electronics. So hopefully a Mac is up next. And then maybe it'll just be better. Okay, so on the other side, we're gonna do the same eyeshadow, but what we're gonna do is just a much tinier, we're gonna create a little tiny V on the outer corner of the eye. And then when we connect it here, it's just teeny tiny. I mean, like, it's kind of similar, but you know what I mean. What I'm saying is that you don't actually have to do some crazy bold wing all the time. I like it, but for the most part, it doesn't have to be insane. And you can also just smoke it out as well. You can make it so that it's a little bit more of a softer, kind of blurred effect where you're just bringing that eyeshadow up. So what you have on the bottom is a crisp line, but then you're just kind of blending it up a little bit. And this is totally an easy eyeshadow hack as well. Okay? It doesn't matter what products you choose to use for a winged liner. The base, like the basics of a wing are the same. Whether it's liquid or felt tip or eyeshadow or the gel, anything like that, the basics are the same. I feel like the easiest place to start would be the eyeshadow, and then kind of move on to the liquid liner to see if that's what you like. But as you can see, like, that's perfectly fine. It's perfectly suitable. It doesn't have to be crazy. It doesn't have to look, I don't know, perfect, I guess. So I keep pulling on my sweater here. But you know, it's practice. It's practice. These are the basic steps to get a winged look. And then you just practice, you know. I started out, I mean, my winged looks were more of a hook. And I do have pictures. I'm sure I could find pictures to show you what it looked like. They weren't perfect, but I wanted to know how to do it, and I just did it. I practiced and I practiced and I practiced. So I will say that practice makes progress. The more you do it, the better you're going to get at it. All right. So these are the products that we use today. The gel pot is from Morphe. I did try the Il Maquillage felt tip liner. It almost felt like it was running out while I was doing it, like it was drying out while I was using it. That's okay. My go-to is the NYX. This specific one is their Epic Ink Liner, which is amazing. Essence Cosmetics literally was $1. It was on sale at my local drugstore. It was $1. And I've been using this particular one for probably about 6 to 8 months. So they last, you know. This one is the one that I actually use in my brows. You can see how thin it is to create the hair strokes in my brows. This would be a good starter one as well. This specific one is LimeLife by Alcone, and it is in brown. And then we have the e.l.f. Eyebrow Duo pencil with the spoolie and the side. And then any type of a creamy pencil gel kind of liner also does the trick. If you have any questions, please let me know. Comment down below and I will do my best, as always, to answer them. And if there's anything else specific that you would like to see, I would love to know. I have my own list on different things that I want to create, but if you want something specific, please let me know down below. Don't forget, wow, I messed that one up. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm not even editing that out. I'm keeping that in there. But anyway, thank you again for watching. I love you guys so much, and I will see you possibly Thursday with a new video.